2026 XC90, absorbing its presence. The silhouette hasn't dramatically changed. It retains the elegant Scandinavian restraint, with clean lines, taut surfaces, and that familiar Volvo, Thor's hammer, LED daytime running lamp signature. But the updates are subtle and smart. The front and rear fascia are refined, trim accents are refreshed, and in certain markets there's a dark theme package that gives a more aggressive, blacked-out visual character to exterior details. Up front, the grille has been given a slightly sharper edge, the headlights are slimmer in appearance. From the side, wheel options extend up to 22 inches in select trims. The roofline and proportions remain pleasing, giving it a poised, composed look. The rear end gets reworked taillight graphics and a more modern bumper design. All told, Volvo has chosen evolution over revolution. The car feels familiar but fresher. Step inside and you're greeted by a modern, minimal Scandinavian cabin. The driver gets a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster, while the center is dominated by an 11.2-inch touchscreen that runs Google-infused software with familiar Volvo logic. The interface is more responsive than the older Census-based systems. Over-the-air updates keep features fresh. In many markets, wireless phone charging is standard. Wireless Apple CarPlay is not fully supported at launch, meaning users still rely on a wired connection for full CarPlay projection. Some early users report that with CarPlay dongles, audio works but the console screen remains blank. Materials are top quality. Soft leathers, real wood or textile trim depending on spec, ambient lighting, and a clean, uncluttered dashboard. Cabin sound insulation is improved over prior models. The XC90 remains a true 3-row SUV, 6 or 7-seat layouts are offered. The second row offers good legroom and comfort. The third row is best suited for children or shorter trips for adults, as is common in this class. Storage and cargo capacity remain competitive. Behind the third row you get about 12.6 cubic feet. Fold that row and you get approximately 41.8 cubic feet. Fold the second and third rows and that expands to around 85.7 cubic feet. Volvo continues to provide clever storage cubbies, underfloor trays, and flexible solutions to hide valuables or smaller items. Under the skin, the 2026 XC90 is offered with multiple electrified powertrains. At its base is the B5 mild hybrid, a 2.0L turbocharged 4-cylinder that makes approximately 247 horsepower and approximately 266 pound-feet of torque, mated to an 8-speed automatic and standard all-wheel drive. The B6 mild hybrid option adds an e-supercharger or electric assist to boost output to around 295 horsepower and approximately 310 pound-feet torque. At the top sits the T8 plug-in hybrid, combining the combustion engine with a motor and battery pack to deliver a combined 455 horsepower and approximately 523 pound-feet, or similar metric, of torque. The battery gives an electric-only range in many conditions, European spec, of up to 53 kilometers, approximately equals 33 miles, in certain markets. Performance is strong in all versions. The B6 version reportedly does 0 to 100 km/h in approximately 6.7 seconds, while the T8 can do it in about 5.3 seconds. Volvo caps top speed of all versions around 180 km/h, in line with its safety philosophy. Fuel efficiency depends on variant. The B5 returns a combined consumption in the mid-20s mpg, or equivalent in US figures. The B6 sees somewhat lower efficiency in exchange for higher performance. The T8, when using hybrid strategy and electric charge, can achieve very favorable mpg numbers. The chassis retains a double wishbone front and a multi-link or composite leaf rear setup. In some trims, adaptive air suspension is available, allowing ground clearance to adjust in one source between approximately 212 and 252 mm depending on terrain or mode. Steering is tuned to deliver precise responses, and Volvo claims a turning radius of approximately 11.8 meters. Braking is solid, with large ventilated discs, front discs up to 366 mm on the T8, and good fade resistance. Safety, as always, is a major pillar for Volvo. The 2026 XC90 comes standard with a full suite of advanced driver assistance systems, blind spot monitoring, automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, rear cross traffic alert, adaptive cruise control, and more. In higher trims, Optional extras include a 360-degree camera system, head-up display, Bowers & Wilkins premium sound, and illuminated touches. On the pricing front, base models B5 Core start around $61,050 in the US market. The mid and upper trims B6, T8, Ultra, Dark editions scale upward. The top T8 Ultra variants approach the $83,000 plus range. Compared to 2025, the 2026 updates bring the new center screen, upgraded powertrain options, and a more refined interior. In many respects, Volvo's changes are evolutionary, not radical. No car is perfect. Some critics and early adopters point out that the third row remains tight, and extended use by adults will be uncomfortable. The learning curve with the new infotainment, and its current limitations like CarPlay integration, is also noted. Some software bugs or quirks have already been reported. Moreover, the added weight and complexity of hybrid systems introduce cost and maintenance considerations. In your YouTube narrative, you could structure it like this. Start with a cinematic exterior walkaround, front, profile, rear, then move to the interior, focusing on materials, layout, screens, and passenger experience. Next, dive into the powertrain options and driving impressions, how each trim feels on city streets, highways, and winding roads. Include real-world data, acceleration, braking, noise levels. After that, compare against key rivals in the segment like Audi Q7, BMW X7, Mercedes GLS. End with a pros versus cons section, overall verdict, and a call to action. Ask your viewers which powertrain they'd pick, B5, B6, or T8, or whether they find the upgrades worth waiting for. This 2026 XC90 presents a balanced offering: solid performance, flexible electrification, a refined cabin, and the safety pedigree Volvo is known for. The improvements are incremental but meaningful. For your audience, emphasize both the changes and what remains. In many ways, the latest XC90 is about polishing a formula rather than reinventing it. Let me know if you'd like a timestamped video script version, shorter version, or specific comparison.